who are some X factors offensively, defensively? Who's some guys that are sticking out in your head?
Colson Loveland, Luther Burden, interior offensive line, defensively, Tyreek or whoever wins that number 2 job. Um, Gervon Dexter potentially. I'd probably say that
Hopefully
those
he takes
guys.
another jump.
Yeah, those are guys that you're probably gonna have to count on. And I think that like the linebackers too, like Jermaine Edmonds and TJ Edwards, veterans there, they gotta step up.
I'm how much have you heard or how much have you seen about Hippolyte? How's he doing in camp?
Yeah, I mean, sorry. Actually, today was probably one of his best days. I mean, he
Okay.
was he was a standout to me today. And a couple other people that we were watching practice with, but good in coverage, fast. I was curious how it translate, because we saw in OTAs without the pads, he was fast, and you're not blocking. And I was like, well, how's he gonna look when pads? You got a big offensive lineman coming at you. Is that gonna impact anything? So far, he's been, you know, as good as I thought he'd be. I still think he's behind Noah Sewell, but he's
Okay.
he's working his way. We'll have to see when the games come.
I know that's some guy that I was like, the pick was kind of a stretch. It kind of felt
Yeah,
a little Bayless Jones-ish, Tyler Scott, those kind of picks, but it's nice that he's kind of playing to a nice level. With this new coaching staff, who would you say is a player that's going to benefit the most from having this new coaching staff and have a nice breakout year?
that's an interesting question. That's a good question. Man, I think it's gonna be someone in the secondary. Like, I think it's gonna be, I think the obvious will be Caleb Williams with Ben Johnson, but like, let's throw that one out. The secondary, because I think they're gonna let them earn their money. They're gonna let them
Mhm.
play man to man, and
Oh,
that's how you earn your
Jalen
money.
Johnson's
Yeah,
forte.
that's how you earn your money as a defensive back. So I'd say one of the defensive backs would probably be it. You got Al Harris, a vet back there, Pro
Underrated
Bowler, un-
addition.
underrated coach, things like that. So yeah, I'd say a secondary, someone in the secondary.
Okay, yeah, I think yeah. Al Harris was a big addition. As soon as I seen him, I'm like looking
Yeah,
at his track record in Dallas. I'm like, oh, this is a phenomenal get.
yeah,
Tyreek Stevenson, even he was like, I'm gonna recommend him to go work out this and do this kind of
yeah.
program right off the get go. So I was really hyped about that. Offensive MVP and defensive MVP.
Who? Okay, defensive MVP. Let's go with. Man, I don't want to give the obvious one of Jalen. Let's go with Kyler Gordon.
By the Kylie, yeah.
Yep, I think Dennis Allen will be able to unlock a lot with him in different spots in this defense. You're gonna
I'm glad we
see,
paid him before the season
yeah,
because
and
that it would have been more expensive.
you're gonna see a lot of um different looks, a lot of dime, which will be nice. Offensive, again, I don't want to get the obvious with Caleb, but let's say Roma Dunze. I think Roma Dunze will
Ooh,
be will
that's
be
that's who was coming to my mind
yeah.
too.
I think he'll be
You
the
th-
breakout guy too.
you think he's gonna be the receiver one for us moving forward after this year?
I think he'll start to grow into that role. Yeah, I think we're gonna
Okay.
start to see it this year that he's gonna take that and kind of grow into it and establish that connection with Caleb.
Yeah, they had a good connection. You look at some of these games too, down the stretch, the guy
Yeah,
he trusts the most was always Rome.
yeah,
So I'm excited to see him kind of get to that level we see, the top receivers in his class be at. I
yeah.
don't know if he'll put up
Good
Malik
class.
Neighbors. No, I don't think he'll put up Malik Neighbors numbers or
Yeah,
Brian Thomas Jr. I think those guys are phenomenal, but at least 1,000 yards, at least being that
that
guy.
that should be the goal. If not this year, next year for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%. And we need to make him the primary red
Yeah,
zone guy too. I want to see him get more featured, but with Ben Johnson, I think him in the press conferences, he's giving these guys their credit. He said prime like X receiver prototype. So I think he's giving a little hints of what he's gonna, how he's gonna utilize some of these guys,
yeah.
in
I
the
mean,
press conference. But I would want him to get an extension done with, Keenan Allen. I would want him to stay with the Chicago Bears for maybe 2 or 3 more years because he's coming off his best season last year with the Chargers.